Honey, wake up. We have secrets. We have a lot to talk about today. So, let's get right into it. Nika here with your daily neuro nugget. I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm having an amazing day. You're having an amazing day. And you're all amazing. Really, I love the back and forth in the comments. So leave an emoji for me because that's how I get my dopamine hit. And dopamine hits keep me coming back to YouTube to upload for you. That's right. So leave me an emoji. Now, I just watched an interview of Megyn Kelly and Howard Blum, and I'm in a mood. That's all I'm gonna say from the get-go. We are definitely going to be talking about Howard Blum today because he loves to talk. And a lot of what he went on to say in this interview was horrifying. Now, because I love you oh so much, despite me not being able to record in my condo because they are doing work at the moment, I am in this very hot 90-something degree building, 90% humidity, and drinking hot tea for you. Because when I don't drink hot tea, when I don't drink tea, you guys are like, where's the health tip? We don't like you anymore. So I actually brewed a cup of this beautiful looking amber tea. It reminds me of Russian tea. The color of it's golden, this dark amber, and beautiful. The smell is off-putting. It smells like cow manure mixed with more cow manure. It's not good. It's not good. And because a lot of you have asked me, I actually purchased this in Chinatown, downtown Chicago. I don't know the name of the shop. There's hundreds of little shops down there. So you guys asked to see the box last time, so here you go. This is what it looks like, and they recommend it for arthritis. No, I don't have arthritis, but I like tasting different types of grass and trees and plants. So Tra Fong Tap Nuk Boy. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but it sounded cool. Let's try it. Ooh. It hits different. All things hit different every time. So one day I'll say I'll like it. The other week I won't. So that's just how I am. This is so smooth today. It's like horsetail. Reminds me of when you put about a teaspoon in a massive cup of boiling water. Horsetail tea. Very similar. There's like a slight grassy taste, but very mild, not bitter. You can barely taste it. This would actually be very good, probably mixed with like a black tea just to make it a little bit more pungent, more strong. Add some bitterness to it. Now, enough tea talk. We have other tea to spill here concerning, of course, our bestie, Howard Blum. Now, the first thing I noticed in this interview is Howard Blum looking smug. He appears, in my opinion, to be smirking. I don't like that. We already know he's going to be raking in the bills because he wrote a fiction book, but is trying to sell it as a nonfiction book, I think, in my opinion, and that's wrong, right? I think you all agree with me on that. Now, this interview was about when Michael, Bryan's dad, rode cross country with Bryan all the way back to Pennsylvania. And Megyn Kelly, she should be ashamed of herself. She says, Howard, I don't know how you got this information, and I won't ask how you got it. I'm sorry, but as a journalist, if you are having the audacity to call yourself a journalist or a reporter, you should be asking where this information came from, because otherwise you're just allowing some random person to come up to use your platform and spew nonsense and spread misinformation as if this case did not have enough of that already, right? Now, she goes on to say, well, what was on Michael's mind and what was on Bryan's mind? Talk to us a little bit about that. And then the nonsense begins. So 2 days later, after arriving to Idaho, Michael immediately turns around to drive back with his son, Okay, words of Howard. He says Bryan was nervous and that Michael could sense that as well. So Michael in turn was also anxious and nervous, and he knew what was going on, and that apparently Michael in his mind was connecting all the dots, that his son had a white Elantra, that his son had issues, that his son could be the IDAHO4 unaliver. Dun dun dun. Okay, very nice. It makes for a good fake book, a fiction book. That's fine. But how in the freaking world are you, Howard, going to try to say that you knew exactly what was going on in the conversation between Bryan and Michael Kohberger? No, you don't. And Megan, you should have asked Howard, did you get that information? He also says that Michael knows in that drive that his son is in a mood and that he's thinking and hearing in his mind bloody footsteps. Okay, he's a good author, sure. But a mediocre reporter, again, because all of this is nonsense. Again, how is he getting this information? This guy apparently lives in his mind and is making shit up. Excuse my French. Do you think that's okay to do? Do you think that if Bryan Kohberger comes out of this trial in one piece, he is not going to sue Howard Blum? Because I would. In a nanosecond, I would sue everything. I would sue the SHIT out of him. Now, I'm sorry, but does he really think that me and you are that naive, that we are that stupid to believe the fact that Michael Kohberger gave Howard Blum a play-by-play on his car ride cross country with his son, Bryan Kohberger? Because it's either that or Howard's making shit up. And I don't know about you, but I have a feeling, just a tad feeling, especially because there's a gag order, that Michael and aka Kohberger family, probably did not talk to Howard Blum. So, what do you think? Do you think Howard Blum, all this stuff he's spreading out basically everywhere, his manure is 1000% pure fiction? I mean, this guy's actually trying to imply he knows the exact conversations that took place in that car between Michael and Bryan. Sounds and smells like a lawsuit to me. And that's pure speculation. So when Howard goes to do interviews, he should do as us YouTubers do, right? He should be forward and say, I am speculating, I am theorizing, because I don't want to have an impact, a negative impact on this outcome of this trial, because this is serious. 4 beautiful young people are now gone, and a 5th victim, Mr. Bryan Kohberger, could be a thing. So we don't want that. I just want to ask Howard, is this what Michael told you? Or are you a mind reader? Easy question. Did Michael tell you, or are you a mind reader? Did Michael tell you, or are you a mind reader? That's freaking preposterous. By the way, just to remind all of you who are not up to speed in this case, this trip was planned back in July 2022. Months before the murder. And this was per Bryan's mother's comment on Reddit. She had mentioned this was a planned trip. And Bryan was planning to return to WSU after the holidays. He was not fleeing. Why is Howard and everybody else that is quick to jump to conclusions and say that Bryan Kohberger is guilty? Always say that Bryan was fleeing. We know very well that he was planning to return after the holidays, which is quite normal. I'm sure all of you who attended college, you went home for the holidays and then you went back. What a novel concept. So, in my opinion, Howard Blum is dumb. He's a joke. And this is his money grab. This is what he's doing to make the coins come in. And it's wrong. But the master's psychology degree in me always says, unfortunately, that's how a lot of people are wired. You shake some dollar bills, you wave some dollar bills in front of them, and they will lie to the public. Because I know for me, very small channel, I am being very honest with everything I'm doing, very small channel. But if I wanted to exponentially grow this channel, I would tell you lies. A lot of YouTube channels that are very big, they're straight lying. They're going into conspiracy theory world, far out. But that gets way more clicks, way more views, makes way more money. So at the end of the day, it is all up to all of us to decide, do you want to make money? Do you want to be greedy? Or do you want to be a person that seeks truth, justice, transparency? But that's on you and that's on me. So here we are, and it's hot in here. All right, you guys, you have a good night. My foot fell asleep. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know if you watched the interview with Megyn Kelly and Howard Blum and what you thought about it, because was it not preposterous? Also, leave me an emoji, leave me a comment. Those things keep me coming back. So if you like this video, give the video a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, give it a thumbs up still. You're already here, you might as well. That's it. You guys have a good night. I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.